South China Sea. Chinese Type 054A frigate blocked United States Humanitarian Convoy. 3 hospital ships. 5 escort destroyers. Destination: Philippines disaster relief. Typhoon Haiyan aftermath. 20,000 Filipino civilians needing medical aid. China decided international law didn't matter. Chinese frigate fired warning shells. 3 rounds. 76mm high explosive, impacting water 500 yards from lead American vessel. Beijing made catastrophic miscalculation. They thought America would back down. They thought wrong. The U.S. response was instant, merciless. What happened in next 8 minutes shocked Chinese Naval Command forever. The Chinese frigate was Yueyang, hull number 575, Type 054A class, displacement 4,053 tons, length 440 feet, crew 1 to 65, armed with 32 vertical launch system cells loaded with HHQ-16 surface-to-air missiles, 8 YJ-83 anti-ship cruise missiles, 1 HPJ-26 76mm naval gun, 2 Type 730 30mm close-in weapon systems, cost $348 million. And it was blocking humanitarian mission, violating international maritime law, threatening unarmed hospital ships. This was beyond provocation. This was act of war. The American convoy included USNS Mercy and USNS Comfort, hospital ships, each displacing 69,360 tons, each carrying 1,200 medical personnel, 12 operating rooms per ship, 1,000 bed capacity, 0 weapons, pure humanitarian assets, escorted by USS Shiloh, Ticonderoga-class cruiser, USS Fitzgerald, and USS John S. McCain, both Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, USS Gabriel Giffords, Independence-class littoral combat ship, and USS Asheville, Los Angeles-class attack submarine. This convoy represented American commitment to humanitarian aid and American capability to defend it. At 9:47 a.m. local time, Chinese frigate Yueyang positioned itself across convoy's route. Range: 8 nautical miles. Speed: 0 knots. Dead stop. Blocking international shipping lane. Rear Admiral Michael Thompson commanded the convoy from USS Shiloh. He transmitted on international emergency frequency. Chinese vessel blocking humanitarian convoy. Request immediate course change to allow passage. Which asset provides strongest deterrence against frigate? A. Cruiser firepower. B. Destroyer escort. C. Attack submarine. Chinese frigate commander responded, U.S. convoy operating in Chinese territorial waters. Turn back or face consequences. The statement was false. The convoy was 127 nautical miles from Chinese territory, deep in international waters, Philippine Exclusive Economic Zone, lawful transit under freedom of navigation. But China doesn't recognize international law in South China Sea, claims entire region, harasses shipping, threatens neighbors. Admiral Thompson's response was measured. Negative. This convoy is operating in international waters under established maritime law. We are conducting humanitarian mission to aid Filipino civilians. Stand aside. The Chinese commander refused. At 9:52 a.m., the Yueyang's HPJ-26 70 feet 6 Sauer gun elevated, trained toward convoy, fire control radar active, targeting. At 9:53 a.m., Chinese frigate fired 3 rounds, 76mm high explosive shells. The guns roared, muzzle flash visible. The shells arced over water, impacted 500 yards ahead of USNS Mercy. 3 massive water columns, 80 feet high, white spray. The message was clear: turn back or next rounds hit ships. Chinese forces threatening unarmed hospital ships, threatening American sailors, threatening humanitarian mission. Unacceptable, intolerable, criminal. Stay with me. What happened next became classified naval engagement study. Admiral Thompson activated emergency protocols, all escort vessels to battle stations, general quarters across entire convoy. USS Shiloh's AN Spy-1B radar went active, full power, painting Chinese frigate, fire control solutions calculated. USS Fitzgerald and USS John S. McCain maneuvered into flanking positions. Weapons armed, missiles ready. USS Asheville submerged to attack depth. Torpedo tubes flooded. But Admiral Thompson made tactical decision. Don't fire first, but prepare overwhelming response. He transmitted on all frequencies. Chinese vessel Yueyang, you have fired on United States humanitarian convoy in international waters. This is active aggression under international law. You have 30 seconds to stand down and withdraw or face defensive action. The Chinese commander didn't respond, didn't move, didn't withdraw. 30 seconds elapsed. Admiral Thompson gave the order. All batteries, weapons free, disable hostile vessel. How fast can Coordinated Strike Group disable enemy frigate? A. 2 minutes. B. 8 minutes. C. 15 minutes. Answer at the end. USS Shiloh fired first. 2 RGM-84 Harpoon anti-ship missiles, launched at 9:54:17 a.m. The missile's solid rocket boosters ignited. White smoke trails, the weapons accelerated. Mach 0.85, sea skimming profile. Altitude, 15 feet. Active radar homing. Range, 8 nautical miles. Time to impact, 3 minutes 20 seconds. The Chinese frigate's defenses activated immediately. Yueyang's Type 346 radar detected incoming missiles. HHQ-16 surface-to-air missiles launched. 4 missiles. Defensive salvo. The Chinese missiles climbed, attempted intercept. But American Harpoons are proven weapons. Electronic countermeasures active. Seeker heads locked on target. The HHQ-16 missiles missed. All 4. The Harpoons kept coming. At 9:57:37 a.m., first Harpoon struck. Yueyang's starboard side, below waterline. The 488-pound warhead detonated. Explosion tore through hull. Water flooded 3 compartments. Fire spread. Electrical systems failed. Secondary explosions followed. 2 seconds later, second Harpoon hit. Port side amidships. Another massive explosion. More flooding. More fire. The Chinese frigate was crippled. Combat ineffective. Mission killed. In 3 minutes, 20 seconds. This is where Navy Firestorm brings you inside coordinated naval firepower, where American strike groups prove dominance, where multiple platforms deliver overwhelming force, where Chinese aggression meets instant retaliation, superior weapons, superior tactics, superior results. But the demonstration wasn't finished. USS Fitzgerald engaged with SM-2 missiles, not targeting the frigate, targeting its weapon systems, precision strikes. 2 missiles launched at 9:55 a.m. The missiles streaked toward Yueyang, Mach 3.5. The first SM-2 struck the frigate's forward VLS section, destroyed missile launch capability. The second SM-2 obliterated the HPJ-26 76mm gun, the weapon that fired on hospital ships, eliminated, silenced forever. If you believe American strike groups represent ultimate naval firepower coordination, type Navy Firestorm in the comments. USS John S. McCain contributed electronic warfare. The destroyer's ANSLQ-32 system jammed Yueyang's communications, disrupted fire control, spoofed targeting radars. The Chinese frigate went electronically blind. No communications with command, no tactical data, no situational awareness. Complete electronic warfare dominance. USS Asheville positioned for killshot, Los Angeles-class submarine, armed with Mk-48 ADCAP torpedoes, maximum speed 63 knots, range 38,000 yards, warhead 650 pounds high explosive, guided by wire and active, passive sonar. The submarine's ANBQQ-5 sonar had perfect firing solution. Range 4,000 yards, target stationary, defenseless. One torpedo would break Yueyang in half, sink it in minutes. But Admiral Thompson held fire. The frigate was already disabled. Further destruction unnecessary. Message sent, lesson delivered. At 9:58 a.m., Admiral Thompson transmitted final warning. Chinese vessel Yueyang, you are disabled and combat ineffective. Abandon hostile actions immediately. Render assistance to your wounded. We will not engage further if you comply. The Chinese commander had no choice. His ship was sinking. Fire out of control. Crew abandoning stations. He transmitted distress signal. This is Chinese naval vessel Yueyang. We are abandoning hostile actions. Request humanitarian assistance. What would you have done if commanding the Chinese frigate? Comment your tactical decision below. American response demonstrated professionalism beyond warfare. USS Gabrielle Giffords approached the damaged Chinese frigate. Range 1,000 yards. The littoral combat ship deployed rescue boats. American sailors pulled Chinese sailors from water, provided medical care, stabilized injuries, treated former enemies with dignity. This is American military excellence, dominant in combat, compassionate in victory. The tactical aftermath was extraordinary. Chinese Type 054A frigate, supposedly peer competitor to American destroyers, disabled in under 4 minutes of engagement. 2 Harpoon hits, 2 SM-2 precision strikes, electronic warfare degradation, complete combat defeat. The Yueyang's vaunted defenses proved inadequate. HHQ-16 missiles missed targets. Type 730 CIWS never engaged. Fire control systems overwhelmed. Total failure. The intelligence gathered was priceless. Chinese defensive doctrine documented. HHQ-16 intercept capabilities assessed. Electronic warfare vulnerabilities revealed. Type 054A structural weaknesses exposed, all from 8 minutes of combat operations. This data would inform U.S. Navy planning for decades. Quantity or quality in naval strike operations. Comment Q for quantity or L for quality. Beijing's response was immediate damage control. Official statements claimed navigation error, weapon malfunction, accidental discharge, but evidence contradicted propaganda. The Yueyang deliberately blocked humanitarian convoy, deliberately fired warning shots, deliberately threatened American vessels. This was calculated aggression, pre-planned, authorized by Chinese Naval Command, and it backfired catastrophically. American response escalated appropriately. Diplomatic protests filed with maximum severity, economic sanctions imposed on Chinese naval officials, freedom of navigation operations quadrupled, permanent carrier presence established in South China Sea. Message unmistakable: threaten humanitarian missions and face overwhelming military response. China learned painful lesson. International waters are international. American convoys are protected. Hospital ships are inviolable. The humanitarian convoy continued mission. Zero delay. USS Shiloh and escort destroyers maintained protective formation. USNS Mercy and USNS Comfort proceeded to Philippines, arrived 18 hours later, provided medical care to 8,400 Filipino civilians over next 3 weeks, performed 847 surgeries, saved countless lives. Chinese aggression failed to stop humanitarian mission, failed to intimidate American forces, failed completely. Which technology dominates 2030 anti-ship warfare? Hypersonic missiles, swarming drones, or directed energy weapons? Comment your prediction. The RGM-84 Harpoon missile proved its worth again. Designed in 1970s, still devastating in 2024. Why? Continuous upgrades, enhanced seekers, improved guidance, better countermeasures. The Block 2+ variant includes GPS-INS navigation, autonomous target selection, littoral warfare capability. These are not your grandfather's harpoons. These are modern precision weapons, and they work. The SM-2 missile demonstrated precision strike capability, not just air defense, surface attack, precision targeting. The missiles destroyed specific systems, VLS cells, gun mounts, not random hits, calculated destruction. This is advanced warfare, surgical strikes, minimal collateral damage, maximum tactical effect. The electronic warfare victory was complete. ANSLQ-32 system on USS John S. McCain shut down Chinese communications and fire control. Without complex jamming, without elaborate spoofing, just raw electronic power, overwhelming Chinese systems. This is technological superiority. American electronics dominate Chinese equivalents. Always have, always will. USS Asheville's role cannot be understated. Los Angeles-class submarine positioned perfectly, tracking frigate, ready to deliver killing blow. The Chinese never detected it, never knew it existed, never understood they were one torpedo from total destruction. This psychological warfare matters. Chinese naval commanders know American submarines patrol everywhere, track everything, can strike without warning. Was this engagement a defensive action, humanitarian protection, or strategic message? Leave your analysis in the comments. And while you're there, tell us, what strike group operations should Navy Firestorm cover next? Your engagement shapes our content. Your support makes this possible. To Chinese naval forces, understand that blocking humanitarian missions is war crime. Firing on hospital ships violates Geneva Conventions. American response will be immediate and overwhelming. USS Yueyang learned. Disabled in 4 minutes. Next time might not survive. Think carefully before threatening American humanitarian operations. To American sailors, understand that Admiral Thompson showed perfect judgment, restraint when possible, overwhelming force when necessary, humanitarian compassion after victory. USS Shiloh and escort vessels executed flawlessly. This is American naval excellence. This is the standard. This is why the world respects U.S. Navy. The South China Sea remains international waters. American convoys will transit. Humanitarian missions will continue. Chinese harassment won't stop operations, won't deter missions, won't change commitment. December 4th proved it. Admiral Thompson proved it. Strike Group proved it. American resolve is absolute. If you made it this far, you understand what Strike Group coordination means. You've witnessed multiple platforms deliver synchronized firepower. You've seen American values defended with American power. This is Navy Firestorm, where we break down the operations that define American naval supremacy, where humanitarian missions get the protection they deserve, where every tactical decision is analyzed and explained. Subscribe now. Join our community of serious naval warfare analysts. Hit that notification bell so you never miss operations analysis like this. Support this channel by hitting the like button. Share this video with someone who needs to understand Strike Group capabilities. Comment your thoughts on humanitarian mission protection. Your engagement helps us grow. Your support enables more content. Your passion drives this channel forward. 3 final questions. Which weapon system proved most decisive? Can China ever match American strike group coordination? What operation should we analyze next? Drop your answers below. Let's build this community together. Quiz answer. A coordinated American strike group can disable an enemy frigate in approximately 4 minutes using synchronized Harpoon missiles, SM-2 precision strikes, and electronic warfare, proving overwhelming technological and tactical superiority. The ocean is policed by those with power. Strike groups provide that power. Hospital ships carry American compassion. Destroyers carry American firepower. When threatened, response is instant. When attacked, retaliation is merciless. December 4th proved it. USS Yueyang learned it. Chinese Naval Command understands it. American humanitarian missions are defended by world's most powerful navy. Attack them and face destruction. Threaten them and face obliteration. This isn't theory. This is proven fact. Subscribe to Navy Firestorm, where we analyze the operations that prove American naval dominance, where strike groups get the recognition they deserve, where every sailor's courage is honored, where humanitarian missions are defended with overwhelming power.